Hey there, my friends. This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. In case you guys don't know, we go live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on our Facebook page. You can just type in Legendary Marketer to Facebook, and you'll see our Facebook page, and you'll see that we go live every single day, 5 days a week. And I'll show you that right here, right now, just in case you're watching this video for some reason somewhere else, or you're just kind of catching it on the fly. Of course, this would be your search bar that you can type in Legendary Marketer, but I'm just going to go right here to my little link here. And this is what the page looks like. And as you can see, well, we're live right now. And every single day, we do this. Why do we do this? Because there's nobody else online that does what we do. Nobody else online that goes live 5 days a week with actual students from who are going through their training. Why is that? Well, one of the biggest reasons why I think that is because they don't want to hear from their clients. they don't want to hear what their students have to say, because maybe it's they don't feel proud of what they're selling. They don't know what they're talking about. Nobody's getting results with what they're doing. There can be a variation of different reasons why people don't go live with their actual clients and students, but we do. So we invite you to tune in, and you can even send a text message. Okay, I'm going to flash and it's going to be magical, right? It's actually going to happen without my hands are going to be right here, and we're going to flash a phone. There it is. Wow, magic. You can text this number right here on your screen. Text WUL to that number right there on your screen, and we'll actually send you a non-intrusive text message every single morning that we go live, so you can just get a gentle little reminder. No, we're not going to spam the hell out of you. We're not going to even, I don't ever think we've ever even sold anything or even promoted anything through this text message list. It doesn't mean that we're not going to invite you to future trainings. If we perhaps do a free training that you might be interested in, but so far, and we've been texting people now for a couple of months, using the community service, which fellow marketers, if you're interested in that, we're using the community service at community.com. It allows you to have a little text message, that you can send out to people if they want to get a text message from you, and you can subscribe to our list. And so anyways, let's get into this. So we've got a guest all the way from across the pond from where I am, in Finland. His name is Jussi. And we're going to be talking about how to get results with no video today, which is going to be an interesting topic. Jussi, are you there, my friend?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Dave.
Hello. How are you, my friend?
I'm fine, thank you. And thank you for having me.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you for being willing to come on and share and sort of open up your playbook to us. We chatted just very briefly before we went live, but I'm going to be getting to know you live right along with everybody else. So give us a nutshell version of your backstory, how you got into online marketing. We're going to learn today that you do consulting, that you have seen several different business models, have practiced several different business models online. You're getting really more heavily into affiliate marketing, but tell us what led you to this point in the very first place in your journey.
Yeah, sure. I have a corporate background. I was been an IT manager for over 20 years, and I lost my job back in 2016, and then I tried to get a new job, but that turned out to be a little bit difficult because I was already like 50 years old, and I think I was a bit old already because I didn't want to lower my standards. I didn't want to get any job, and then I stumbled upon this Amazon FBA business, and that was my first online business, but I did. and I had some success with it. I did it around maybe 1 year, Amazon FBA, and then I run into some issues, and I didn't want to do it anymore because of that, and because that business model, it can be quite tricky and complicated sometimes, because you have to comply all those Amazon rules and regulations, and Amazon is always evolving, and you have to keep up with that every single day.
Yeah.
So then, but I had, because I have done Amazon business 1 year already, and I had a good amount of knowledge, I would say, and I didn't want to waste my knowledge, and then I started to consulting to Finnish customers who have their own products, and they wanted to sell on Amazon, and started to consulting them, and then I founded my own consulting business back in 2018, and I also built up my own website, which is my this maybe the biggest asset I have, and
Yeah.
I have done like a little side hustle, also affiliate marketing, but I think I would like to do more affiliate marketing, and move on towards the affiliate marketing, because it's more passive for me, and I would like to do. I don't want to so much anymore to exchange my time for money, and affiliate marketing is the great way to to avoid that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you are doing consulting, which is one of the core 4 business models that we teach, that you can sell information, and there's obviously some great lessons that you can share with us about the best decisions you've made in consulting, and then things that you would do differently. Before we move on and talk about other things, just give us your quick top tips in terms of what you've done right in that you would continue to do in your consulting business, and things that you would do differently.
I think I'm going to do less consulting business in the future. I think I will move towards affiliate marketing, because like I said, I don't want to to change my time anymore to my time for money, and but consulting business can be great, but there is that downside that you have to exchange your time for money, and maybe online courses is something that I will do in the future also.
Yeah.
Because I have knowledge about many online business now, and I can maybe do some courses for Finnish audience.
Yeah.
That is one idea what I have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's good for you guys to know and to hear from Yossi firsthand about consulting and coaching. One of the things that, if you're doing that business model, and you're doing a lot of done for you stuff, like if you're offering, I would assume that with the face or the Amazon stuff, you were doing a lot of technical setup and helping out in that respect. Am I right with that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best type of consulting and coaching roles are where you're not doing sort of hands-on setup stuff for people, but instead you're guiding and coaching them on strategy. You're coaching them on mindset. You're coaching them on what to do, but you're not particularly doing it for them. And there are various different types of consulting that you can do. There's if you think about it in the car mechanic sense, you can sell them the manual. You can go through the manual with them, or you can just do it for them, right? And combining courses, or at least some video content, along with your coaching is also a great way to be able to combine coaching and courses, because that way you don't have to repeat yourself as much. And
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, for those of you who want to scale up and add an additional business model in the future, and you want to try offering coaching or consulting services, keep those things in mind. And of course, we talk more about that in our business blueprints. So what led you to Legendary, Yossi?
I think was, Roope Kiuttu, and I'm on his mailing list, and I maybe received one mail from him, and that got me curious, and after that I started looking for more information on YouTube, and I found out that many people, they recommend Legendary Marketer as their top affiliate program, and then I start doing more research, and then and I thought I will give it a shot and join Legendary Marketer, and I published one blog about 15-day business builders challenge, and I'm doing pretty good with it at this point.
Interesting. So what has your experience been so far with Legendary? What do you think? If somebody else was interested or considering getting involved and they were new to affiliate marketing, they didn't even have the experience that you have with online marketing. What do you think are the main benefits of what we do? What makes us different than other things out there that are also, guru training, etc.?
One thing what is obvious is these live sessions that you do. I think nobody else, they don't do this kind of things, and of course your community is exceptional. I haven't seen there is such big commitment in your community, and they are supporting each other and cheering each other. I think that is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a testament to, again, people like yourself being willing to come on and first of all put strategies to work, but then turn around and share that wisdom and experience with other people. So let's talk a little bit about your sort of strategy. You have a blog.
Yeah.
We have your blog here. Is this blog set up on the WordPress platform?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's set up on the WordPress platform. I'm going to pull it up here so we can have a look at it. So it's basically just your name .com. Is there a particular reason why you chose to go with your name as the brand versus calling it, something like the Finland Marketer or whatever, some other sort of brand name? Talk to us about the choice of buying your name as the domain. I think that's a big decision that sometimes people have a hard time deciding about.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not now in the position to pick the name. Maybe I will do it differently. But at that time, I chose that name. I wanted to brand myself, and I think it wasn't not so bad decision. Yeah, I think so, because I have managed to get my own audience, and I have established a little bit brand here in Finland also, and many people already know me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that
Well,
is, of course, a decision that you have to make in the beginning.
Yeah, it is. And, there's a benefit to going with your name, and you nailed it. It's branding you. It's branding you. A lot of people think that branding is some magical thing. It's not. Branding is just it's just about getting people familiar with your face. It's about getting people familiar with your name. It's about getting people familiar with your content style, the way in which you deliver value. But it really starts right here. Who's the face? Who's the spokesperson for the business? We see with big brand companies, what do they have? What's the number one thing that we can say in every successful advertisement or commercial? What a most of the time they have a spokesperson. A lot of times it's a celebrity. So if we look at our own marketing as just regular sort of solopreneurs here on the internet, we can borrow that and use it. And the way that we do that is just by having a spokesperson for our business. There's two ways to do that. Actually, there's three ways to do that. The first way is to use your own face. The second way is if you're blogging, you could get a pen name and a royalty-free image. You could go to iStock Photo, and a lot of times, people just don't realize they can do this. You could go to a place like iStock Photo, and you could find man from Europe, right? So here we've got a man from Europe, right? And if I click on this guy right here, there's a good chance it's going to give me some other photos of him. Nope, not this guy. But if I click on, well, let's see if this guy. See that? So now all of a sudden I've got this one, but it also gives me a wide selection of other people here, or excuse me, other photos, that I can sort of buy that would give me, several different looks from the same person. And I could actually build an entire blog around that. I could build an entire brand around that. This is a royalty-free image. I could, the first time that I ever saw somebody use a pen name was with a guy named Eben Pagan. And for those of you who don't know, aren't old OGs in the game. If you don't know what that is, that's an original gangster there, Yossi. I don't know if you've ever heard of that term. It's more of an American term, I think. But anyways, I saw Eben Pagan, who's a phenomenal online marketer. He was using the pen name David D'Angelo. And this is this business has been around. This is a information business that uses direct response marketing principles. Opt-in form, video sales letter, real kind of aggressive direct marketing strategies. And this was the first time that I ever saw somebody, really using a pen name. But the third way is that you could actually partner with somebody and they could be the spokesperson for your business. So you decided to make yourself the spokesperson, and you set yourself up here with on a WordPress platform with a WordPress blog, and you've begun to make reviews of various different products, various different software, I would assume, various different products. Some are physical, some are information. Talk us through your strategy. Give us some details and some more. What is the difference between writing a successful piece of content and an unsuccessful piece of content? And what is your goal when you sit down to create a piece of content? And are you even the one who's writing the blog post?
I'm writing the blog post myself, and also I have built that website myself as well. You can see there is some content in Finnish. I started to write in Finnish language at first, but after that, maybe last year at some point, I thought I need to write in English more and to go to the bigger market, because in Finland our market size is not so big. We have only 5 million inhabitants in Finland. So this online business space is in Finland, it's not so big. But anyways, what did you ask? So I start with my keyword research. Of course, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I will go to internet and see what other successful people are doing in that sense, and trying to get some ideas from them and maybe put my own twist into that. But I will do my keyword research, and I try to target those keywords that aren't not so competitive, and because it's not very easy to rank on Google nowadays, because so many competitors are doing the same. I don't know. I'm not doing anything, fancy or special. I use Yoast SEO plugin and as you can see, I'm collecting leads as well, and I have my autoresponder and send them emails for my leads, and this is my another blog post that I just wrote recently, which is about this 15-second free leads about TikTok. But maybe I will do the TikTok videos in the future as well. I think so. But nothing, keyword research, and keyword research, and then you have to be consistent what you're doing. You have to have if you just start your website, you're not going to rank on Google. It's a long-term strategy. You have to do that for a while, even you have the possibility to rank on Google. I did my blogging 2.5 years, and now I'm starting to see good results.
Yeah. So it is a long-term strategy. What was the reason why you decided to begin blogging versus doing video marketing when you started?
I don't know. I suck on videos. I don't like to do them.
Yeah, I got you. So,
but TikTok is something maybe that I'm willing to do, because you don't have to do so long videos. Short videos, they are enough, 15 seconds or 30 seconds. It's maybe something that I could do as well.
Yeah. So we're ramping up our blogging as well, and one of the things that we're doing is we're repurposing this, certain episodes of this show. We're repurposing them onto our blog by taking the strategy that was talked about in the show and then repurposing it onto the blog. So as you can see, I've got a basic banner on the top. This is an image. It's posted on every single blog post. It creates consistency on every blog post. Then we've got an intro into what was talked about or what we're going to talk about in the blog post, typically a screenshot of the image to put a face to a name. And then we kind of break down the specific strategy that the person was talking about on the live in the blog post. And then at the end of the blog post, we have a big, ridiculous banner that you absolutely cannot miss down here at the bottom that's clickable. And we have a simple tracking link that allows us to be able to track what, this traffic that goes into our sales funnel is actually coming from the blog. And so, that's a strategy that anybody can deploy. And I think it's obviously if you're not doing any sort of video, then you can't particularly deploy it. But if you're doing, say, a podcast, you can deploy it. And a lot of you guys are struggling to try to, figure out how do I create it, how do I repurpose content, and how do I have maximum impact? And this is just an example of one of the ways that we're getting the most out of every single piece of every single thing that we do. This live that we do here on Facebook, we post the live over on YouTube. We're just now getting all of these lives to a place to where we're stripping all the audio. They're all going to be in a podcast, and each new episode will be in the podcast by the end of the day. we're then taking certain interviews that have more specific strategy to them, and we're uploading them onto or we're writing an article about them, and we're putting them onto a blog post. So now you can see that this one simple live, that we're doing right here, we're doing the live for people who, anywhere from 100 to 200 people every single day, plus how many ever hundreds or thousands. I don't really know if it's hundreds or thousands of people are seeing the follow-up. We email it out every Saturday as well, sort of a recap of what we did that week. So you could sort of say that's two ways, right? You've got the live, and then you've got the replay version that we email out. We're also texting, right? We're also texting people. So we're getting people subscribed, and we're texting them in the morning. So that's another way that we're touching them. We're just letting people know, hey, we exist. We're still doing that consistency piece that you talked about. And then we're taking that video and we're uploading it onto YouTube, right? We're taking the audio, we're turning it into a podcast. We're taking certain articles or certain lives, and we're turning them into blog posts. So there's 6 different ways that we're repurposing a simple live, that the majority of the content is actually being delivered by our guest. People who, it's not all me that's delivering all the content. It's, people who are, nice enough and are taking action and are willing to come back and share that experience with us. So just something for everyone to think about is, am I getting the maximum impact with my content when I'm creating it? And is there a way that I could get other people to actually create the content for me? Now, we're even taking our blog post game to the next level. We've got my friends over at the Hoth who are creating 30 additional blog posts for us per month, and we're posting those to the blog. So not only are we going to have 10 to 15 articles that we write, but then we're having an additional 30 articles that are being written for us. And this is an example of one of those articles. And we're posting that to the blog. And the goal is obviously similar to what you were just talking about. Was it's not a short-term strategy. It's a long-term strategy. And over the course of 12 to 18 months, that work just on the blog alone will, hopefully not only provide more value to people, because what I find, Yossi, is I find that whenever we have a question, in the community, I could go and write a blog post about that. So now all of a sudden, when somebody asks the question in the future, I can just refer them to the blog, right? If somebody's asking about TikTok, somebody's asking about free Facebook strategies, I can just go pull up that article in the blog, and guess what? At the end of the blog, that has a call to action for them to go into the sales funnel. So they get what they want, and you potentially get what you want after you've given them what they want. So in many ways, you guys can use a blog as a way, as a frequently asked questions section, right? Instead of and not only can you answer questions for people, but then of course, when it's up on a blog, you have a chance, as you've mentioned, Yossi, to rank that in the search engines and actually get additional traffic. I've been talking here for a couple of minutes. I just wanted to share our blogging strategy. What do you think about that?
That sounds very great strategy for me. Yeah. You're filling up all the channels.
Yeah. And you know what? Again, you said, hey, I don't like doing video, but you can always, if you wanted to interview people and get a lot of your strategy from other people, or a lot of your content from other people, of course, you could just do an audio podcast. And that's just one way. A lot of us don't realize, I think, how much we can get from other people. Even if I go to somebody else's blog, even if I go to somebody else's video, I can write an article about a YouTube video that I watched, and the appropriate and professional thing for me to do is just give that person credit. That's all I got to do. I just give them credit. But news agencies around the world, all share the same news, and you'll notice that they just credit whoever the original person that broke the story was. It's a very common thing, and marketers, I don't think, use it enough. Anyways, as we bring this sort of in for Elaine, of course, I'm so grateful for you to just get this conversation going about blogging for those people here in the community that would like to, to have a strategy that doesn't particularly involve video. So I love that. What would you say to somebody, Yossi, who's maybe on the fence about jumping into our community, about getting started with affiliate marketing? Maybe they're, in a similar spot that you were, where you got laid off or lost a job, and you're wondering what should I do next, and is there anybody out there that I can trust to learn from and follow in their footsteps?
Yeah, I had to say that just give it a shot. If you invest $7 to something, it's nothing, and maybe 2 weeks of your time, it's nothing. Just give it a shot and see where it leads. And I haven't seen better community and better program than Legendary. That is my honest opinion.
Well, thank you for that, my friend. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that I'm grateful that we are serving people all over the world, not just in America, but people, across the pond as well. Our friends over in Finland and Norway and Sweden and the UK. We've got so many friends and clients over there. And if anybody is in Finland, please connect with Yossi. And I would assume you have a Facebook profile as well. People can go and connect with you there. Obviously, your name is right there. I've already shown your blog. Go and check out Yossi's blog. I'll show it one more time again. You can just type in. I think that's your name. Is it?
Yeah, it's my name. Yeah.
Yeah, with the H. I'm sorry, I got thrown off there because I the way you spell your name. But yeah, the beginning of your last name it starts with an H, and it's always a little shocking for me to try to read.
Yeah, but you know what my name means if you translate it from Finnish to English. It's like John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. You could say. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, Yossi, thank you so much for your time, my friend. I'm sure it's also later in the day, so thank you for being willing to come on at this odd hour and share your experience with us. And we hope that you'll come back, my friend, and continue to keep us updated on your journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you very much, Dave.
You're welcome, Yossi. All right, my friend, take care. We'll talk to you later. All right, guys, there you have it. Hopefully you were able to benefit from that perspective this morning, and realize that you can try various different things. Hey, look, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a bonus here for those of you who have stayed on. I'd like to give you if I can find it here real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. I'd like to give you a free training on how to set up a blog. Okay? So if anybody is interested, how many of you guys would like that? Just drop a comment if that would be beneficial to you. I would like to give you a completely free training that one of our past trainers has done for our company, our community. His name is Alex Ford. And even if you just, keep it in your back pocket for down the road, you say, hey, maybe it's something that I'll get to down the road, or maybe it's something that I want to jump into and apply this strategy that Dave or Yossi laid out today. Awesome. So we've got quite a few yeses, and fantastic. Let me grab this link. So really easy, no opt-in, no nothing that you have to grab or do. I'm just going to drop this in the comments. Okay. So it's called the Easy Blog Walkthrough. Okay. Here you go. That's a Google Doc. I just dropped it in the comments. So you're going to, hopefully it's posting here. There you go. You can see it right there in the comments. It's called Easy Blog Walkthrough. I just dropped it in the comments and it looks like that. Okay, you see it flashing on the screen right now. Hopefully that's a clickable link. Obviously, go to the comments. You can't click the screen. But grab that. And again, if you want to set up a blog right now, right away, fantastic. It's there for you in that free training walkthrough. We'll show you exactly how to set it up. That's yours as a gift, just for being here, for showing up, and for listening, for learning, for contributing. Thank you guys for commenting, and showing so much love. I want to remind you guys one thing, that nobody who comes on here is a professional speaker. Nobody who comes on here is everything that everybody's doing here is real, authentic, transparent, and usually a bit uncomfortable. Okay. So your good vibrations, energy, positive feedback, support, all that is so meaningful to guests and people that come on. And I just want to tell you that putting out that energy, first of all, thank you for being so supportive of all of our guests and of this show. We do this because we just want to deliver more value. And we do this because we want to stand out from any other company or training platform out there by showcasing real clients every day and hearing what they have to say, right? Let's hear it from actual people who have gone through our training and are a part of our community versus people who are just trying to maybe do clickbait, bait and switch stuff out there online, reviewing our company. They've never actually been a part of it. Let's hear from real people. But the second thing is, if you guys are not seeing that, I'm going to drop the Google Doc once again in the comments. So I just posted it there again. It's coming. It's flooding in the comments now. So just click that link. It should open right up into a Google Doc, or you can copy and paste it and put it in your notepad or whatever. But just thank you for showing support. And just if I could invite you to, that when you join and people come on, to just show love to them. Likely every single person goes back and reads comments, and it means a lot. And I'd like to get you to see into the future, to visualize yourself on our show as well, receiving all that positive feedback, receiving all that support, receiving all those thank yous, and just how that, again, I'm big on building self-esteem, how that can and will build your self-esteem, and really, this is how we get more comfortable in our own skin. This is how we get to the next level. We constantly just do things that are uncomfortable. Okay. So Simon says, could you think about having a guest on that is just starting out with a 5-day? Well, we don't have a 5-day challenge, but I assume you're talking about the 15-day challenge. Would be interesting to see your interview with them, from what you would want to see from them. Well, I mean, Simon, I can just tell you that what I would like to see from them is to actually commit to going through the training, commit to finishing the training, making a business plan, getting with their advisor in terms of clarifying that business plan, making a decision. Do you want to go and implement that business plan completely on your own, or do you want our support by going into our blueprints and then following the training and the blueprint that we laid out in our business blueprints? One of the reasons why we've built our training and our system the way that we have is because it's proven that if you follow the process, that and you implement and you take action, that you can get a result. You can get a positive result. What that result is, I don't know. I can't promise income or anything like that, but you can get a positive result. And then you can build on that positive result to get a bigger positive result, to get a bigger positive result, right? The majority of people who buy any how-to information online get no results at all. Why? And why are you saying that, Dave? That's not what I'm used to hearing from other gurus who hype up what that 300 people made $1 million, but we know they can't substantiate that claim. Well, why do I give it to you so honest and show you the ugly side of, not just all the rosy stories? Because I want you to know the difference between the majority of people who get no results and the people who get results is they learn it, they do it, and then in many cases they turn around and they teach it. Because just like when I got clean and I went to 12-step programs, I learned it, I did it, but then I said, what next? They said, turn around if you want to stay clean. And I've now been sober for a long time. They said, you have to turn it around and give it away. You can't keep what you have unless you give it away. That was a powerful thing for me to think about. And that's why we talk about the teaching aspect. So anyways, bit of a rant, didn't plan on answering that question, but I hope that helped. I'll see you guys back here. Actually, Matt will be with you tomorrow for Wake Up Legendary, yet another guest. Do you ever get tired of seeing people who are an inspiration and who are using the strategies and the training and the support and the love from this community to go and change their life? I don't know. For me, I don't ever get tired of it. I'm just as excited to talk to the next person, the next legendary marketer, that I'll be back here live on Thursday. Matt will be with you tomorrow, than I was in my very first conversation. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I never get tired of it. So make sure that you subscribe. One more time, I want to flash that number up on the screen. Subscribe, right? Send a text so you can get a reminder to this number, and we'll remind you when we go live. We'll keep learning. We'll keep growing. Be legendary. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time.